How can we find clients? Where do we find clients? Start with leads and then turning them into, customers. There are a lot of things you need to keep in mind in this stage, right?
So now people know exactly what they should do. They know the niche, they know how they should behave, etc. They know what service they're going to provide, but they still don't have a business because realistically they didn't make money. Now, the thing you need to do to actually make money is sell your services, because realistically, for reference, sales is just like oxygen for humans. Sales is the thing that brings in the money, and the money solves everything else inside the business. If you have any sort of problem, I can guarantee you in a business, money can solve your problems. You can hire people to solve your problems. You can pay people for consulting who solve that problem. They can show you how to solve this. People think this is cheating, but this is because of the school system. In actual business, you can talk to people who are ahead of you, ask them how they solve the same issues that you currently have, and just pay them enough for them to give you this. But to do so, you need money. And if you want money, you need to know how to sell.
So when talking about sales, you want to have clients getting in. People just don't randomly come at you and say like, hey, here's my card, it would have been very easy that way. Unfortunately, it's not the case. So we need to start with getting leads in. What is leads? Like, it's getting people in who are interested in working with us. So we need to create curiosity. We need to look at how to create curiosity and get people in.
Yeah.
People who are interested in working with us.
Yeah.
So there are a few ways, especially when you're starting out. I would say there are only 4 ways of grabbing this attention. So you are the one selling your websites, selling your services, your copywriting services, your development, or whatever it is. You're selling your services. Now, just by having this crazy idea, like I said, people are not just coming at you. So you need to search for them, actively search. The first thing you can do is outreach.
It's just emails, cold calling, reaching out to strangers. By the way, a super important point I touched on cold outreach is reaching out to strangers. This is what it's called, cold outreach. Now, a very big mistake a lot of people do when they hear cold outreach, sometimes they just feel like the conversation should be cold. It should be some sort of distance. And that's the main mistake I see people doing. Whereas basically, cold outreach just means you're talking to a stranger instead of talking to your friend. A friend would be warm outreach because he knows you already. Cold outreach is the dynamic is cold. Now, you want to have a balance in the discussions that you have with people. So if it's cold outreach and you're reaching out to a stranger, you want to reach out in a warm way. You want to reach out in a way that makes him understand that, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because you're a stranger at first. Like, why would he even buy from you? If the conversation is cold already, it's hard. So very specific, because I see so many people doing this mistake of thinking cold, oh, we should be cold. We should, talk in a very professional, salesy way because that's how it... No. To sell to people, just like we're talking to you right now, just like we're face to face right now, be like this with your clients. You want to do cold outreach in a very warm way. Hey mate, how are you doing? Amazing. We saw your thing. We just fulfilled this for this client. Go straight into it. Talk about the specific things that they're looking for, how they would benefit, and you would go from cold discussions to just talking to strangers in a way that makes them feel like you know them. And that's how you actually get clients to cold outreach.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a very important point. In general, when speaking about sales, it's basically building connections. Because the better, the stronger the bond is between you and the potential client, the more likely they are like investing in you.
All right, real quick, I just want to tell you something very important. Over the years, many of you have come to me and said, look, I want to make hijrah, I want to memorize Quran, I want to do all these things that please Allah, but I'm financially stuck. Abu Lahya, how can you help them?
Yeah, actually this Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm hosting a masterclass that I spent over 50 hours preparing, where I share exactly how I've done it, how they can do it too. There's over 2,000 Muslims that already use this method along Barak, and I'm sharing everything but completely free. It's at 7 p.m. UK time or 2 p.m. Eastern time, and it's live. Like literally, you can speak in the chat.
You can get the link below.
Yeah, they can click the link below,
check
the slots, and register your spot. It's very important that they show up live because it's a live training.
Because if they are having a big problem, I mean, imagine you having a big problem and you need to outsource it to someone. You're literally giving the problem to them. You're literally putting the trust in them, right? So trust is a very important factor. So when you're reaching out, whether it's cold outreaching or the other 3 things that we're going to mention right over here, you need to build connection. This is the main goal of sales. So cold outreaching can be sending out emails. It can be literally grabbing your phone and calling these potential clients that you're interested in working with, sending DMs on Instagram, whatever it is. It's just outreaching straight directly to people who don't know you in your niche, of course. The other thing, and it goes kind of hand in hand with that, but it's warm outreach. And warm outreach is just literally outreaching to people who you already know. And this is also an interesting point that I want to touch a little bit deeper upon. It's like your network is your net worth. You've probably heard this. We have all heard this. It's like, so the 5 people you hang around, like mostly, this is like all these self-development books are talking about it. You're the average of these 5 people, right? But our Prophet Muhammad said, you are upon the religion of your close friend. So look at who you befriend. So this is very important. But a lot of people, maybe also a lot of brothers that are watching, or even sisters, might be like, my network is not big. How can I start reaching out? How can I? So it's like, you as an individual, maybe you know like 2 people, right? Maybe you know like 2 people.
A very small network.
Yeah, like a very small network. You know, only 2 people. But I'm talking here, you probably know more people, but maybe only 2 people who are like entrepreneurs, who are like solid and maybe like interested or whatever. But the beautiful thing is, if you know 2 persons, like let's say you know 2 advanced entrepreneurs in your network, maybe these guys know like 4 other guys, or maybe even more, you know? And this is a very important part of when speaking about warm outreach. You must understand that even though you know 2 people, there's like a network of hundreds of people behind that, right? So the deeper you go into that, that's why networking is so important and so powerful. It's also here, like we're like right now in Dubai, it goes so crazy. From one connection comes the other, and you go for dinner on dinner with a guy, and he knows another guy, and it's very crazy. And this starts very simple. I remember even me going to school, and I wanted to start my business. I just knew a few guys that were running businesses as well, and I was just outreaching to them, and that's how I started to get my first clients in the beginning even.
I think even Facebook has a research on this, and they said that now with all the technology and everything that we have, we are 5 connections away from anyone on earth.
Yeah.
So if you see how you went 1 level, and then imagine this person knows 5% again, etc. If you do this 5 times, you can pretty much connect to anyone on the planet. So Halal. So let's say you go to your friend and you ask him, hey, I have this amazing service that helps X, Y, and Z people solve X, Y, and Z problem. Do you know anyone that could benefit from my services? Let's say he doesn't know anyone. He can ask around if those people will know people. And just again, you can keep the loop going. And I guarantee you, at this level, you're reaching hundreds of people, and they can always circle back to the social proof that you have. So let's say now, let's take an actual example. Let's say you sell marketing services, because we both have marketing agencies. We help people do marketing in different ways. Now, let's say we're looking for our first ever client. You can go, Tom, and reach out to a few of your friends that, you know, they don't have specifically to them have businesses and companies and need your service, but you can reach out to them and say, hey, let's say this guy is called Mahmoud. Hey, Mahmoud, I hope you're doing amazing. I have this new amazing marketing service that I'm launching. I'm going to help software companies advertise through organic, right? I'm going to help people work with a certain type of people, and I'm amazing at what I do. I'm really looking for someone to start working with. Do you know anyone? Now you're asking this person, he's going to himself go and reach out to his network. Now look at everyone that you can reach out to just from one outreach. From one message, you're reaching 4 people. Now imagine you can also, give him a referral fee for doing warm outreach on your behalf, give him a commission, give him whatever type of incentive for him to ask the other guys, to ask other people as well. And you carry on this loop, and I guarantee you 2 or 3 levels down there, you're going to be reaching out to hundreds of people with social proof, because they know them already. If Tom goes to Mahmoud, Mahmoud knows Tom, knows he's legit. Now Mahmoud goes to his friends, his friend know Mahmoud is legit. So if Mahmoud is reaching out to them, offering them something, they would know that it makes sense, right? And you carry on this way, and just with warm outreach and a few texts, you can be in hundreds of inboxes pitching your services. So now for both these models, cold and warm outreach, you're reaching out to people yourself. You're sending them messages, sending them emails, etc. So it's still manual work, or you can get employees to do this, etc. But if you're the more scalable way that you can also get when you're offline, there are 2 other methods where you can advertise and sell your services and get clients as well.
So the next step is a little bit more also leverage already. I mean, this is like really you working hard, you're grinding, sending out these messages and all of that. So the next thing that you can do to reach more people by just doing one thing can be with organic content. I mean, we're creating a video right now, and a lot of people are watching that.
Yeah.
Inshallah. This is a beautiful way of, we're living in the internet, right? Like in the era of internet, the time of internet. We can just upload a video and it will reach people based on the algorithms, like the Reels, the TikToks and all of that. YouTube as well. So organic content is really powerful nowadays. If you make content specifically for your niche, this is very important. Don't make like memes and then expect people to buy something from you. No, talk about the product, talk about your, and Talk about your
problems, the specific problems of your audience, and actually call it out. A specific tip if they want to take it away. You know, when people talk about hooks and this and that, a very simple way of calling out your audience is imagine a specific type of people. Let's say we're doing marketing services. You know, imagine it's one of your clients. It could be someone that you worked with already. Imagine what kind of struggles they had, what kind of thing they've been struggling with, and then just start your video with this. Let's say they're struggling to get views. You can say, are you struggling to get views? And that's your hook. And then you're starting your video and you have the meat of your solution. You can talk about how you solve them, etc. But start by calling out your audience. Call specifically what problems they're struggling with and how you're going to solve them. And that's how you get organic content to actually work. And for this one, by the way, because they're beginners, you're not looking to get hundreds of, thousands of views and millions of views. Not at all. Specifically for business, you're looking to get hundreds of views or actually thousands of views. If you look at I know some guys that make 1,000 to 2,000 views a video, they make 100K a month online on YouTube. It could be other platforms as well. So for organic content, specifically if you're a beginner, make it very specific and make it really tailored to your audience and their problems. And know that you're not looking for views, you're looking for sales. So optimize for the problem that you're looking for, and YouTube and all the platforms will do their job and find that audience for you. You just have to make the specific content for this audience and they'll find it for you.
Yeah. So it just brings us back to this thing. You need to make content that is for this specific audience. It's very important to do it like that. And if you talk to them, they will, the algorithm will figure it out. Don't worry, the algorithms are fine.
That's their job. Literally, they have hundreds and thousands of engineers that their only job is when a video is uploaded for these people, make sure it reaches these people. Yeah. That's it. And really take it away. Please don't look at views. You're not optimizing for views, because I know people, because we do influencer marketing, so we know all the back end of, thousands of influencers. We see so many of them make millions of views and no money. And we see so many people getting 3,000 views on a reel, 5,000 views. You think this guy, is not on the game. These guys are printing money because what they do is they talk about specific problems. And a very good example, instead of making your videos about everyone here, just like, Mr. Beast and the big names, you want to make your videos very, very specific to a very specific type of audience. It doesn't need to look fancy. It doesn't need to be any type of, let me make sure it looks good. You're not optimizing for views. You want to make money. Look for the right eyeballs and the right problems that you can solve for your audience.